слышали о проводнике?
Last can of blackberry Dr. Pepper. Thinking I might go get my mitts on some more spicy V8.
Так и надо. Другое дело, что найти его очень проблематично. Да и соглашается провести далеко не всех. Денег берет немало. Но если нашел его и договорился, то будь уверен, он тебя доставит в нужную точку зоны. Вот с ним бы потрещать. Уж он-то видел, что там, за радаром. Ну?
This, and then I had some stuff to do in...
Чтобы у речки и лес рядом. И ни радиации тебе, ни тварей, ни
the truck cemetery, if I recall.
Вот всегда бы такая пруха была. Это если прикинуть.
And the Dark Valley.
3-4 таких похода, как вчера. Да если бы еще хабар не хуже. И все.
By the way, there are some other thematic playthrough ideas I've been thinking about for some time now. One of them I call Woodstock 762. You can only use guns that have wood stocks, and they have to be chambered for caliber in the 762 family. One pistol allowed, the CZ52. The only one that fits the Woodstock 762 theme. Well, this episode is off to a great start. Pistols are a stalker's close friend. Only if they're machine pistols. Or are chambered for a substantial caliber. That guy was probably using AP or JHP. Let's see if I can push the capabilities of this short barrel. Banditified. I wonder if this was fully fixed up, how would it compare to this one? That explains it, JHP. That thing's trashed. Doesn't matter that it was old JHP. Old ammo has the same effectiveness in terms of damage per shot as fresh ammo, right? The only difference is it wears your gun down faster. Now, where was I? Woodstock 7.62. The only pistol allowed is the CZ52 because it's the only pistol chambered for a caliber in the 7.62 family, that being 7.62 by 25 Tokarev, that has a wood grip. The TT-33 is available with a black or brown grip, but they're both plastic. Brown plastic doesn't count, it has to be wood. If it's a shoulder-fired gun of any type, it can have any kind of grip, but it has to have a wood stock. So in this version of this mod, that permits the use of the FAL. It has a black plastic grip, but a wooden stock. In Gamma, it has a black plastic stock. So it wouldn't be permitted for use on that sort of thematic run. Another idea I had was historical weapons only. No limit on how old they can be, but the oldest that's in game is the Mosin Nagant, adopted for military service in 1891. The newest would be the AK-47, adopted for service in 1949. And of course the AK-S47. Same thing, but with a folding stock. And it correctly weighs a bit less. 1/10 of a kilogram less compared to the version with the standard stock. So historical weapons only would be weapons that were made and or adopted for military service between 1890 and 1950. But it only applies to weapons themselves, not to calibers or accessories. I would probably also impose the limitation that only thermite grenades could be used, just for the sake of making it as similar to a Borderlands Allegiance run as possible. And also, there would have to be some kind of armor limitation, and the only one I would impose would be that you're only allowed to wear armors of your faction. Galloping pig lump. Did I leave anything here? And another thematic playthrough idea I had is what I call the Brandon Herrera Challenge. Not really a challenge run, but a thematic run. In real life, Brandon enjoys variety, but he's called the AK guy, so that would be the basis of the theme. He likes Kalashnikovs and Makarovs, so the only weapons you'd be allowed to use would be any long gun based on the Kalash pattern and any pistol based on the Makarov pattern. Based on, derived from, but not departing too much from it. And it can't be too new. And I also imposed the limitation that it can't be too old or too new, just for the sake of narrowing the choices down a bit more. And the years I would choose would be 1959 through 1999. Sounds arbitrary at first, but there's actually a purpose to it. Like I said, just to narrow down the choices more. Nothing older than the AKM, nothing newer than the AK-100 series. So no AK-12 allowed. According to my research, the AK-12 is kind of a disappointment anyway. The AEK-970 series would not be allowed because it's not derived from the Kalash pattern. Same for the SVD and the SVU. But the Galil ARM and the Galil Ace-21 are derived from the Kalash pattern, so they would be permitted for use. Saiga 12 is allowed, Vepr 12 is allowed, Vityaz is allowed, Bizon is allowed. But would the S.T.A.L.K.E.R be allowed? It does have some Makarov in its heritage, but does it have enough? I wonder, does Brandon have a S.T.A.L.K.E.R APS in his collection? What should I sell to you, Homer? This and this. Boring day. Oh, I don't know. Got the nice, refreshing rain going on. I might buy at least one bottle of vodka. Looking forward to getting my AK-102 fully fixed up and fully upgraded so that it'll be my 5.45 rifle of choice. Better than the AK-105. And not only because it has a better reload animation. It has the sight adapter that the AK-101 has, so it can use all Eastern and Western optics available in the zone. I'll take all of this. And then dial it back. What the? The game just moved my cursor on its own. From here to here. It does that sometimes, I've noticed. Oh, this. Amazing how much of a difference that makes. Gotta make every fraction of a kilogram count. Keep 1L, save over 1M. Episode 12, and I still haven't started editing episode 4. I could crank these episodes out faster if I didn't edit them, or if the only editing I did was chopping out parts like load screens, or of course the beginning and end part where you see my desktop wallpaper, which is an image of a flesh pig. More specifically, a screenshot of a flesh pig from OG Shadow of Chernobyl version 1.006. I hear gunshots, probably duty shooting at dogs. Dolga shooting at dogs. Dolga dog, Dolga dog. Well, maybe it's more involved than that. I hear quite a few shots being fired. If there's an actual incursion, I'm not going to get there fast enough, but I don't have to involve myself in everything. Zombies. The western checkpoint. This is the southern checkpoint. So I was hearing gunshots from the other side of Rostock. Sound suppressors really do work, even if they only have medium suppression. High suppression preferred, of course. What have you got? AK-105. See, if I was in charge of supplying, if I was a member of duty and I was in charge of supplying patrols, I would make sure they had the best guns for the task. Not patrols, but sentries, or... Yeah, I think the term sentry could be used here. Guard duty, basically. You would want your guards to be equipped with Oh, let's say Saiga 12, Vepr 12, Type 63 if you're on a budget, AKM, AK-103, AK-104. If you're equipping them with rifles, 7.62x39 is a perfect caliber. Might hold on to this. See if the Colonel is interested in a brain.
Спокойно. Чем могу помочь, сталкер?
You want a brain? Nah. I'm going there anyway, so I will do this. Hopefully I won't lose too much goodwill with the mercs. If it gets down to, say, minus 25 or thereabouts, I might go do some jobs for the mercs. I think I read this already. Yeah. Add that to my book collection because I am a nerd, both in-game and IRL. Let's see what's on this. Talk of sausages, vodka, and cigarettes. Accepting all this shit at once. I know what that feels like.
Чего расскажешь хорошего?
It's not a huge deal, though. You can just power through it. I don't like to use any of these things that make you so dizzy for such a long period of time. Tempted to buy more med kits, but I have enough heals for now. I like to have a surplus. I like to have more than I need. Not out of greed, but out of practicality, because I play the long game. Like Kingpin, but with a lawful good mentality. It's not enough to be lawful if you're not also upholding good ideals. Lawful neutral is more frightening than lawful evil, because at least lawful evil has an ethos. Almost sounds like I'm paraphrasing Walter Sobchak. Deja vu, I might have mentioned that before. Might have mentioned him before. 4 M203s. The M203 in the wild is about twice as common as the GP25. Which I wouldn't have expected. In Shadow of Chernobyl, you can earn
An unlimited supply of SG-550s. Grenade launchers and mount on them.
Чем могу помочь, сталкер? Здорово.
Advanced side protection. Not seat protection, side protection. Slab. That reminds me of brick. As per Borderlands 2. Single-minded grit. I respect that. I respect that. I'll hold on to this side block, not C block, side block. I could buy 1 swig's worth of the higher quality water, or 3 swigs worth of the lowest quality water. Lowest quality, but it's still purified. I'll go for that. Flesh eye. Flesh piggy pig eye.
А вот что я еще слышу. Наконец-то компания твоя была говорила. Расскажи, сталкер, это как у меня всегда есть кое-что интересное.
Eat something, that'll help. Eat something high fat. Sausages and bread. That's a distinctive stalker suit. I forget which one that is. Now let's see if I have Flesh Piggy Pig Eye.
Already in my collection. Even if not, it shouldn't be too doomful to get my mitts on one. D-O-0-M, Fakult. And I don't have one on hand. Which feels weird because normally I would have more than one in here by now. Well, I'm going to the truck cemetery. That means I need this. Take all the cheap ammo with me. And the day has gotten brighter. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Oh, let's see. So thirsty. What kind of mayhem am I about to encounter in the truck cemetery? What am I going to get myself into?
Что, не можешь со стволом расстаться?
I haven't been doing all that much adventuring in the truck cemetery. Usually it's one of my favorite places. But you really need to be geared for it. I had 2 tasks to do here, if I recall. Yes. And while I'm here, I might stalk some big game. What kind of big game will I encounter? If I do, will it be a pseudo-giant? Or a chimera? Closer than I was expecting it to be. And he's wearing the same corner cutter. Well, that's why you died to death. Slavic corner cutter. What a name. He's wearing an armor similar to the one I pointed out in the bar, but with a different ski mask. It's not a balaclava, it's a ski mask. 2 different things. The guy in the bar was wearing a balaclava. That guy was wearing a ski mask. Both of which would make your face and head way too hot in any weather other than wintry weather. South. Some distance south. I hear a lurker mooing. Once I have an AK-104, then I'll really have pretty much the top tier weapon combo for a Recon Scout in Anomaly. AK-104 for fighting mutants, 5.56er for fighting enemy humans, and a grenade launcher for big game. And I will permit myself the use of several different 5.56 shorties that would qualify for, would be defined as high proficiency for a Recon Scout, as defined in Misery, which I'm sure I've mentioned already. But there's some, quote, rules, closed quote, that have remained solid, and others which are just speculative. The solid one is barrel length has to be shorter than 16 inches. Speculative is it has to have a folding or collapsible stock. I decided not to stick with that one. Also, the sound suppressor is distinct from the barrel, so the length of the sound suppressor doesn't have any bearing on whether or not it counts as a Recon Scout weapon. Most guns with integral sound suppressors have short barrels anyway, and all 9x39 rifles have short barrels anyway. I wonder if this dutier will have a good gun on him. What if it's an AK-104? A doomstick. Well, got all my work done. Now let's see if I can go dig up some fun. Or get myself into trouble. Whichever comes first, or maybe they're the same thing. Will this camp over here be occupied by friendlies, neutrals, or enemies? Before finding that out, let's see if there are any there's a stash. There's a stash. Did I have a third task to do here? It looks like it. Sometimes it seems like there's, on occasion, one task that doesn't show up on my itinerary. And it always seems to be a side quest that I take for the professor. What if I found a set of basic tools? Not necessarily there, but somewhere here in the truck cemetery. no, it's there. It is. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of a past experience where I'm pretty sure either my eyes or my brain were just getting confused from TMI. If I encounter a chimera, I probably won't try to battle it in fancy ways or do any zone sportsmanship style of like blasting it out of the air as it lunges at me with a 40 mil. But I might have to say it's 40 Miller time if I have to break out the grenade launcher. You got dogged. Let's see what condition my condition is in. Good enough, but I am going to have to start fixing up some of it. What should I snack on? These snack foods, but they're so handy, they're so lightweight. Lightweight, yet high calorie. So I like to reserve them for later use. One out of 59 kilograms. Looking good. I prefer to keep my grenade launcher empty until ready for use. Just like a real grenadier. Seems like the modern preference is for lone unit grenade launchers. rather than mounting them on a rifle. Because it does throw off the balance of a rifle, having that much weight added to the front of it. For zone use, though, it's worth it. I'd rather have a rifle grenade launcher combo than an RG6. There's also the Sage Deuce, which is an over-under double-barrel grenade launcher. Here I came prepared for a Chimera, got distracted by boars, and got killed to death by the Chimera.
And the game crashed. Well, that's why I quick save. One of the reasons why I quick save as often as I do.
This is a reliable mod, though. It's only ever crashed on me a handful of times in all the years I've been playing it. It's 40 Miller time. Why doesn't the Chimera make any noise? It's a big lumbering beast. Its footfalls should make some kind of discernible noise. It's nimble. When I say lumbering, I don't mean it's clumsy. It's certainly not that. Bonus mutant parts. More than just parts, but also items. Dig it. Watch the Chimera kill me to death while I'm down here at the bottom of these steps. Maybe not. Well, get up over that. Ugh. I will hunt that Chimera, or it will hunt me. Maybe if I hightail it, I can make it all the way over there. Let's see how it goes. Can't outrun a Chimera, so you have to kind of do a slalom maneuver. There it is. 40 Miller time. Oh yeah. just because I love doing it so much. Let's see if I can pull this off. Oh, yep. Part of me wants to terminate all of those zombies maniacs. Zombies moids. I could potentially scrounge useful items off of them. But ammo, weapon condition. I know I have fixie-majigs and cleanie-majigs. But I don't want to use all of them up. So I will be judicious. I know I didn't bother to butcher those boars. Be sure to unload a grenade launcher before you dismount it from a rifle. I know I've mentioned this before, but it's worth reiterating. Otherwise, the grenade inside the launcher will disappear, along with all but one of the rounds that are currently loaded in the rifle. Let's see if there was a stashy-majig. That's I will go ahead and investigate that. Just head south until I see a Kamaz, and I'll try to remind myself to look for it on the mini-map. Almost there. Just power through it. Now, is it inside the cab? Yes, right there. I knew better than to actually expect a set of basic tools. Dogs, and I don't want to deal with them. Doggity dig dog. Did you ever see Turner and Hooch? That dog was a French Mastiff, also known as Dog de Bordeaux. That's a purebred dog. Do you expect me to believe that a guy like Amos would have a dog like that? A dog with papers? Trust your ears, it says, even though so many monsters and enemies don't make any sound. Like the Chimera. How does a Chimera manage to sneak up on a zoner? Why do its footfalls not make a noise? My footfalls make a noise. Footsteps. And I reiterate that the correct phrase is set foot, not step foot. See if I can jump through here. I made it first try. I don't always.
Да ты рассказывай, с чем пришел.
Let's see if I lose any goodwill with the mercs. No. Okay, good. Sell you this. And these. One of these days I'll have one of you. Worth its price. Tempting, but I really want the tourist one. And he's selling the higher quality versions of some of these things. If I recall, Professor Sakharov sells them for better prices. Assume that you have the same goodwill with both factions. Oh. Did my money just change? thought I was up over 60,000. Storm, not Sea Storm. See what my goodwill score is with duty. Funny how storms only affect the left side of the PDA. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think 1,000 is when a goodwill score of 1,000 is when the traders start selling really high-end stuff. Like exosuits, exoskeletons. I've got Chimera horns, Chimera claws, Chimera hide, controller brain, chunk of Chimera meat. Those are all more of high-end mutant parts. Mutant. Is it just me, or does the Metaluna mutant from this island Earth remind you of a sci-fi version of a humanoid flesh pig? Let's see if General Veronin wants between 9 and 12 bandit patches. Probably won't want 15 of them. Freedom. 8 of them. And I think I only have maybe half that many, and I have them stashed. Didn't mean to put this in here. Saving my better heals for later on. Don't auto-switch to explosives. Why do I have to explain that? Can't tell you how many times I died to death back in the old LAN party days. Death matching in opposing force, for example. Precisely because of that. 4 40 mils and 2 RGD5s. See how much. Ammo I have in these various calibers. Two rifles, a supply of ammo for each, grenade launcher on one of them, 40 mils, 2 hand grenades, all this other stuff. And I'm still, my weight, my payload is in the white. 49 out of 59. Not bad, not bad. still trying to use up the 545 instead of the 556. Stash that. And those, and I'll do something with them later. Break them down or sell them. 4 sets of advanced tools. 1 set of expert tools. No basic tools. Oh, wait. Those are too low on power. Thirsty again.
Хаюшки!
What's that? Ugh. Seriously?
Бывай!
Well, come on now. It's got to be, at least it's got to be upright. There. Here, I was just talking about LAN parties, and there's a CRT monitor. I've still got this to deal with. Should buy another bottle of Hops number 9. Going back to Yantar, so I need all my Nemiroff vodka. Did I stash some of that? I stashed it in garbage, didn't I? Is it worth trudging all the way over to garbage before going to Yantar just to get a couple of bottles of vodka to trade for maybe a mag's worth of 545? It probably is worth it, but I just don't feel like it. And I don't feel like using, well, part of me does feel like using fast travel. But I told myself, either to myself or out loud, don't use fast travel until you've opened up the path to the north.
Время дорого. Рассказывай.
Shut down the brain scorcher. Not to be confused with the miracle machine. What if I encounter a chimera here in the wild territory? A regular chimera can be felled with a lot less than a 40 mil. But a 40 mil is fun, efficient and effective. Efficient, effective, and just plain fun. I wonder what you were battling. The spoils rightly belong to you, but I'll come up there and have a look. KMS. And he's wearing green instead of blue. Suppressed SG-550, so you're the same guy. Dennis Manul. You've been there for a while now, because I remember... At least I remember the weapon. I remember him by his weapon. I remember him from, what was it, an episode ago? Do-over. Backpacks can be bought or found. I've only ever found the most basic kind. I've never ever found any of the better ones. Why does it take so many shots? Back in Shadow of Chernobyl version 1.5, you could put down one of these pseudo-dogs with one shot to the head with just a pistol, regardless of caliber. Or at least that was true in Oblivion Lost 2.2. Which was a mod for Shadow of Chernobyl version 1.5. I've noticed that in version 1.6, in order to fell a pseudo-dog with a single headshot using a pistol, it has to be a 45, and even then it won't do it all the time. I should test it with Hydra Shock. Haven't done that yet. In the past, it would never occur to me to waste Hydra Shock, 45 caliber Hydra Shock ammo on pseudo Doom dogs. I definitely don't have enough ammo to do any lab missions.
Рассказывай давай.
That looks a bit different from an Isrid suit. Motor. Again, I have to reiterate, I wish this was an armor the player could get. Home again, jiggity jig. Why do we all have to wear these ridiculous ties? Why are you wearing a tie in the zone? Would of? Are you kidding me? How did you get to be a professor using language like that? Would of? You don't use of in place of have. Instead, use the contraction would've. I've seen that in professional signage. Just like I've seen rogue apostrophes and wrongly used commas in professional signage. A comma where there ought not be one. Commas where they're not needed. It's a nightmare. Slouching toward idiocracy. I'll turn these documents in. Wait, am I supposed to keep them for S.T.A.L.K.E.R? Is there like an achievement you can get if... There's some papers that you can return to S.T.A.L.K.E.R, right? I'll hold on to them for now. Otherwise, I would prefer to turn them in to the leader of my faction. I used to suffer from migraines as a teenager. That's neurological. That's different from other types of headaches. Psi transmitter, not C transmitter, Psi transmitter. Psi protection helmet, not C protection helmet, Psi protection helmet. Oh, I do understand the risk. $17,500. See, this is why I wasn't. This is why I resisted the. Well, yet another reason why I resisted the temptation to buy that backpack. Or all the 40 mils I wanted. Two days, give or take. That works fine for me. There's always plenty to do in the zone. Mental degradation.
A little too late for that.
It's not magic, it's science. Let's see. And I'm still over 40,000. I'm just so much farther along with duty. Part of me is tempted to start gathering up stuff to do that one mission for Skinflint. But I'm not gonna. I wonder how much I get for how much I could get for the documents if I handed them in to the professor. I could quick save and test that, and then quick load if I'm not satisfied with the results. Nah, I'll just hold on to them since they don't weigh anything. Quit moving this on your own. I keep trying to go down and it keeps making it go up. See? I'm trying to click on this. This right here. I should have brought some of those Chimera parts. Let me see what else he has available.
Ну надо же, вчера Припять видел. Вот так вот, своими глазами.
1714. Now, I really need to stock up on ammo. And fixie majigs. The entirety of Lab X-16 can be done with just an assault rifle and a grenade launcher. Maybe I should
Ну, рассказывай давай.
See if the mercs have any monolith termination missions for me to do in Lamansk. Because that's the place to farm and grind. Lamansk. Forget the Red Forest. If you really want to get good gear, go to Lamansk. The most efficient way to destroy to death either a pseudo-giant or the red-faced black chimera. The duty-colored Chimera, the toughest kind, is with 140 mil, which will on occasion completely obliterate the red-faced black Chimera. I don't know what the determining factor is. On occasion, I've had single 40 mils destroy pseudo-giants to death. But let's assume that it would otherwise take two. The most efficient way is to smack them in the face with a 40 mil and then finish them off with 12 gauge buckshot. It's economically practical too. Otherwise, full auto 7.62 by 39. You could probably do the entire game using nothing but a ye old AKM with a GP25 mounted on it and your choice of optics. Or iron sights. If you were doing that historical weapons only playthrough that I came up with, I personally would permit, there would be no restrictions on ammo or caliber or accessories, only on the weapons themselves, which means you could use a GP25 because it mounts on the AK-47 or AKS-47. I call bullshit. Can someone explain that to me? How and why does that happen? How is the player supposed to know what counts as shelter from a pulse and what doesn't? Because here we have multiple layers of concrete that should have shielded me from that. Right? Or does it send its energy straight through solid matter? I'm going to have so much fun hunting big game in the northern reaches of the zone, northern expanses of the zone, Jupiter especially. That place can be fun. Hunting big game with a grenade launcher. I do believe Sir Hammerlock would approve, but so would Mr. Torg. Sir Hammerlock because he likes big game hunting. Torg Flexington because explosions. What is that? It looks like a carcass. Not just a pelt, but a carcass. Oh, what should I do? Didn't have any missions to turn in, did I? I know I had some stuff to take back to Sid. Don't really feel like doing that at the moment. So it'll be November 7th. Sometime in the afternoon. I didn't really pay attention to what time it was that I gave Professor Sakharov the confirmation to start building my thing, building my anti-psionic helmet. Not anti-psionic helmet, anti-psionic helmet. Anti and anti have two different meanings. And I've probably mentioned this before in a past episode, but the Greek letter psi That's not how you pronounce psionic. It's not pronounced psionic. It's psionic. And PSI in its own is shorthand for psionic. Not pounds per square inch, not the mathematical symbol C, and not the Greek letter C. It's psi, short for psionic. You wanted a chimera horn. The claws, chimera claws are more common than chimera horns. When you harvest
Спокойно. Чем могу помочь, сталкер?
the parts off a chimera, you'll get more. It's more common to get more claws than horns. Controller hand. I don't think I have one of those. I was hoping he'd ask for a brain. Do I have a hand? Not the right kind. Apparently every kind of hand except the one I need. I'll check to see if Barkeep wants a pin or a sparkler.
Время дорого. Рассказывай.
Freedom, Monolith, you couldn't possibly be asking for bandit ones.
Проходи, не задерживайся.
Поговори с барменом. Ну, здорово. Ну что, дружище, как оно?
Is it gravy or gravy? I've heard it pronounced both ways. I think I might have that. Side dog fur.
Чего ты думал? Подходи, сталкер. Для таких, как ты, у меня всегда есть.
Maybe not. Still needed to get a flesh pig eye. Oh, take a look at the itinerary. Might have a flesh pig eye stashed back at Butcher's place. Why do you have to be zoomed all the way out before you can actually see the names of the different regions of the zone? Just a moment. I'm back. Now, what to do? Too far north, too far north. Dark Valley. Could probably go do that, except I don't know if I have enough ammo. So tempting to just use fast travel. Well, I've been meaning to take this stuff back to the Mercs. That's what I'll do. I'll just gather up all my 545. 3 of these and 4 of these. Will that be enough? Let's see. I'll turn this into skinflint, and we'll see how much he pays me for that. By the way, you can upgrade binoculars. I was way far into the game on my first character before I found that out. Not going to prioritize that right now, though. I wonder what my next 5.56er will be. One that accepts a grenade launcher, for sure. Maybe an M4A1 custom. Who's fighting who?
что ли?
Another animal-themed name. Can we please?
брат.
Never mind. See, that's why you should let me talk to you instead of walking away from me. We're looking at a three-way conflict here. Why am I being shot at? I'm the least of anyone's worries.
Знаешь что? Телепай отсюда! Телепат!
I'm the least of your problems, like that one guy from the Abyss says. It looks like you don't flag me. Check your muzzle. M16A2 with an M203 and a sound suppressor. If I didn't already have a grenade launcher, I might swoop in there and try to scrounge some stuff. What did I leave here? So a three-way battle ensuing over there. Freedom, Duty, and Monolith. The Zone doesn't give a shit about anyone's philosophy. Not bad, not bad. Locked case in Agroprom. And I do need to go back to Corden anyway. But I said I was going to Dead City, so that's what I'll do. avoid the temptation to buy another 40 mil. Because right now I need to replenish my supply of 5.45. Maybe also buy some more 5.56. Good prices on both from Skinflint. Like I really need to add even more to my list of tasks. Only have a decent supply of bandit patches, but out of curiosity,
Здоров!
let's see what kind of patches Lukash might be asking for. Military, only 7. Do I have any at all? I don't think I do. Save over M, but not L. Getting hungry.
Что скажешь, брат?
Yeah, I'm not going to bother investigating the aftermath of that battle because everything, all the best stuff will have been picked clean by now. I would have been a usurper. Again, no noise. I don't want to use a 40 mil so close to guys who are not enemies. Your weaponry was not adequate. I don't recall chimeras in Call of Pripyat or Oblivion Lost
Ты рассказать чего хочешь, что ли?
being able to unfairly sneak up on you like that and nonsensically not make any noise. Nonsensically not make any noise. Notice how it prioritizes me. Maybe the chimera I killed to death in the truck cemetery was its mate. And it's seeking me out for revenge. Maybe I should more aggressively pursue it. Well, where are you?
В общем, выкладывай.
Tag team. Maybe if I go this way. Did I leave anything? In here, yes. It makes sense that a bloodsucker could be able to attack quietly. That's its whole thing. It's kind of like Zero from Borderlands 2 as a beast creature. Or a Yautja, a predator. Minus the human-like intelligence. But a chimera, it just doesn't make sense. It's tough enough as it is. It doesn't need anything extra added to it. It doesn't need this nonsensical stealth ability that it never had before in any other Stalker game or mod. Or did it? I don't entirely remember by this point. I was looking forward to battling that chimera, and then the bloodsucker showed up, and while I was distracted, the bloodsucker only showed up to distract me from the chimera. And if you're going to keep doing that shit to me over and over and over again multiple times in a row, then f*** you. Then again, what if I had nailed both the chimera and the bloodsucker with 140 mil? Here I finally have the ability to hunt chimeras, and now I'm not doing it. Probably because I still feel like a pissant because I'm still not wearing a battle suit. As good as this armor is, it's only good by early game standards. I still haven't upgraded anything. Gushman. They need to whack a monolith goon in Lemansk, maybe? Yes. Toshka Long. Jupiter. Bug-eyed. Should I? Part of me really wants to go back to Lemansk, but that's going to take all my ammo and all my supplies. It's in the Red Forest, though. Grishko Gorilla. What's the correct way to pronounce this? Most Westerners pronounce it gorilla. But it's a Spanish word, right? So 2 L's make the Y sound, don't they? Is it gorilla or gorilla? Oh, I'm torn. On the one hand, I really want to do some of this stuff. On the other hand, I'm trying to resupply. I have to expend some of my resources in order to earn the money I need to buy more resources. Let's see what time it is. Oh, '86. I think I meant to stash this. Selling a GP25. Oh, it hurts me every time. I've got so much to do already. I'll refrain from doing the Lemansk stuff. What should I leave here? Swirly, It's a swirly. I'll go back to Freedom HQ. I need to stock up on 545, 556, and 9x39. And I need any two of those I need to have a good supply of before I venture down into Lab X16. Down in the depths of Goblin Town. Don't want to eat anything or drink anything just yet. Not unless hunger or thirst get in the yellow. Want to wait till breakfast. I resisted the temptation to take a monolith assassination mission in Limansk. Because I'm running low on fresh 545 and fresh 9x19. Before I do X16, I do want a better backpack. So, when the time comes, it'll be November 7th, in the time of the zone. Whatever the best backpack is that Colonel Petrenko is selling by that time, whether it's the tourist backpack or that other one, I'll just go ahead and buy it. Calling it right now. I'm going to spend way more time than necessary gearing up for X16. And I'm going to amass lots of ammo. I might even get some upgrades for some of my weapons. And then I'll go there, and there will be barely a threat to contend with, other than one pseudo-giant and a few snorks and a few zombified stalkers. No, I don't think that'll happen. I think I'm going to be mindful with how I gear up. What I choose to use, how much I take with me. and it'll turn out to be worthwhile. So I'm going to try not to burn through too much 5.56. I really want to get all the reliability upgrades installed on this LR300 ML Custom. Once it has those, it's going to be so awesome. Maybe I'll have an ACOG by that point. Was there anything I needed to do here? Maybe just sell some stuff that I could have sold at Rostock. I need a sharpening stone. $2,325. Let's see how much that costs if I buy it from Mangun. Magnum. Mangun PI. Why did I get pushed into the tank? There's a footlocker way down there. I forget whether it's blue or green. I wonder, if I went over there and checked it out, would there be a set of basic tools? Probably not if it's not marked. Tools usually only show up in a stash that's marked. I'm tempted to go check that out. I think I will. I might just spend the night here. Which means I should stash all of these big old heavy things. $44.4. Now, will I encounter a chimera or a bloodsucker? Or both?
Здоров!
Just a bit to my right. Should have my other weapon out, I know, but I might not encounter that this time. I might encounter something less threatening than that this time. Or I might not encounter a monster at all. What sort of doom beast is that? Was that a chimera? should be able to stand up right here. I don't know why I can't. That's a Chimera. It would be nice if my... Oh, I might actually be able to do this. Hold on. Let's see if I can do this without destroying myself to death in the face. I could use up a second one, but I want to see. I want to see if this will do it. It did it. Excellent. Don't make me waste too much ammo, please. I hate how spastic so many of the monsters are in this game. I only came here to check a stash. It's all I wanted to do. I'm glad I encountered the Chimera. Oh, if this was an AK-104, it would have done the job already. Let's not take all night. I've used this much ammo, I might as well go all the way. Oh, come on. Stop making everything a chore. And it wasn't even worth the effort. Can't say that's a big surprise. Now that I've used up this much ammo, fresh 545 FMJ, I might as well. Go all the way. Come for me, I'm here. You know what? Screw it. What am I stuck on? I'm stuck on the Chimera? Give me a break. See, now that I know that the stash isn't worth... Watch me get melted. Maybe not. The stash wasn't worth the effort. The Chimera was. The bloodsucker would not have been.
Что скажешь, брат?
I'll collect the junk in that stash some other time. I only care about it if it's a significant amount of ammo in a caliber that I'm currently using or a set of basic tools. Or I guess food, water. Fixie-majigs, of course, always fixie-majigs. Now, can I drag my ass back to Rostock without getting accosted by a bloodsucker? Still haven't had to change the batteries once on this headlamp. At least not that I can remember. Now, before I do Lab X16, should I install some upgrades on my LR300 focusing on reliability? Or should I just buy a bunch of fixie-majigs? This might be false bravado, but I'm confident that I should be able to do all of Lab X16 using just an assault rifle grenade launcher combo. I know I tend to over-prepare, just like Burt Gummer from the Tremors movies. Well, it's just like he says, when you need it and don't have it, you sing a different tune. There's at least one Stalker mod that has a Zastava M92. Probably one of the best shorty AKs you can get. Roughly comparable to an AK MSU in the sense that it's a short barrel AK in the classic 7.62x39 with a trashy underfolding stock. But being Zastava, it's of higher quality. And I'm not talking about one of those Zastava jobbers that was bastardized or butchered for the sake of import.
Ну, привет.
I'm talking about genuine article Zastava. If there were Zastava AKs in a Stalker mod, keep in mind, you can't mount GP series grenade launchers on Zastava, AK-based Zastava rifles. The forearm is too long, and I think they have a different bayonet lug. If they have a bayonet lug, I forget. I'm not a Zastava connoisseur, so I don't remember that particular detail off the top of my head. Let's see what time it is. I could go to sleep now, or I could do something for a few minutes worth of, a few minutes in game time, or in the time of the zone. Bandit patches. Yes. I knew if I asked enough times. And 9 of them, so there should be 5 figures. Yes. Now let's see if mercs... I don't get it. Why should mercs care? They're not really friends with bandits, they're just neutral toward them. Which makes no sense. Because the only reason mercs oppose loners is because they're competing over the same resources. But the same is true with mercs versus bandits. So what? I don't understand the logic there. Well, now I'm pretty sure my goodwill score with the mercs is down below 20, or is roughly minus 20. Let's find out. No, it's only minus 2. That's right, because I turned that other mission in. And then I forgot to check how much that boosted my goodwill after doing so. Kind of a lot to remember, so I'm not going to beat myself up for having not remembered that. It's not that I forgot, it's that I just didn't, my mind brain didn't remember in the first place. And it's still too early to even think about doing Snitch's Toppers mission. And once I do that, I probably will be using fast travel.
Ну, здорово.
That's a mean mamma jamma right there. This is the best one. The best version of one of the best rifles. Definitely end-game worthy. In fact, on my second character, Squid the Loner, I used this AK-103 with the green camo finish, with a GP25 mounted on it, of course, and an M249 saw, and a Galil ARM. Or was it... It was... My third weapon was either a Galil ARM or an SR3M Vickers. They're both good, but for the end game, I would favor the Galil ARM over the Vicar. I could buy 15 rounds of 5.56 and still have over 60,000 rubes. Worth it. Little by little. See what time it is. Perfect. Once I have a tourist backpack, I'll just lug this around with me everywhere I go, and then I can authentically claim that where I lay my head is home. Click the wrong thing. Because I was talking and doing stuff at the same time. Don't want to short circuit my own brain. This game short circuits my brain enough as it is. Favorite breakfast, and the last swig of this, and I'll still be thirsty. I need to acquire more water. But that'll be for later. For now, I'm going to call it see what time it is. 7. Ha! I remembered the number 736. What are the chances of that happening? And what's the probability on that, 3PO? What's the probability that that would happen again? And if it was 0738, it would be Chris Redfield's badge number. MN, just to be thorough. And a quick save on top of that. Till next time, catch you on the flip side.